Welcome to the stream, guys. I'm Power Surge. I am a crypto art speculator, and in this show, I analyze the condition of a crypto art market as I do it for myself. I am sharing it with you. Hopefully, you may be interested in picking up some of the I don't know, strategies, maybe interesting moves, or some art that you may just enjoy watching. So the plan for the show is looking at the art that has been trending for the last 24 hours since the last show, and I do stream every weekday. And we're looking towards the future for the next 24 hours, what is going to be happening and what kind of artists are scheduled to drop their pieces, and we just analyze them together to have an idea if it's worth, I guess, speculating or trying to speculate on those art pieces. So yeah, let's dive right in. I have this little browser opened up, and the website I go to start off is usually object.com, which is on Tezos. By the way, every time I'm just gonna say that I do specialize on Tezos art. The reason for that is because I find that's what the hottest innovation in art is happening at the moment. I have been trading on Ethereum before, maybe like a year and a half ago. I think I stopped, moved on to Tezos. Yeah, and I love it. You'll see why. So object.com, that's where I usually start. I look at top sales. Okay, this guy, Not Sarkisian, he dropped this collection, I believe, a week ago, and he has sold out like this collection instantly. But now I think for the last several hours has picked up. You see buyers are continue to pick up his pieces. There are some high sales in that department. That's his earlier drop. So somebody is probably just, picking up. Let's actually see if it is the same buyer who is doing that. I go to history, just scroll down. Okay, let's see if it is the same dude. Recent purchases. No, not the same buyer. Well, that's fine. Let's move on. Okay, this studio, Yorktown, they dropped this collection yesterday, I believe. Oh no, maybe no, not yesterday, 2 days ago. It sold out instantly, and it was reselling initially for around maybe 150, 200 pesos. But since then, it kept going up, and there are some recent sales that were pretty impressive, several X's for just the last 2 days. I like clicking on the artist on object.com and looking at recent sales. I can also do that on this website that is actually has launched this collection. This website is called FX Hash. We'll look at it a little later. It's just here I can see the images, just more convenient, and I can see the price. So this is what is up in terms of hottest sales. Now let's take a look at the other website. It's called FX Hash. That's where most of the generative art is being kind of like published and sold. The reason I specialize in generative art is because I personally like it. because each piece that you get from artist is quite unique. Like if you were to get a digital piece edition, traditional, you would get all the owners of editions owning essentially the same piece. You just have your name under it and you can resell it. In generative art, it is possible to do so that each piece is unique. Like it's kind of like the same piece, but it's a little different variation of it. So that's why I feel like it's a lot more exciting. And there are some quirks that artists put in, is where, let's say, pieces and some pieces, let's say, are quite similar, but some pieces are very different. Those are usually the highest demand. Like, speaking of which, for instance, this collection, you see those buildings, Studio Yorktown. This piece, I found it fascinating because it's dark. All the pieces from this collection are just kind of like during the day. I'm sorry, no, I'm wrong. You see, they're kind of like during the day, but the night one stands out. Isn't it cool? So that's why I prefer, specializing in digital art, but it's a generative art, kind of like a subdivision. I don't know. I hope you're getting what I'm trying to say. All right, now let's go into FX Hash, which is also Tezos based, and it's a generative art only. And on Object.com is kind of like a OpenSea of Tezos, where FX Hash is more of the platform where generative art is being dropped, like primary sales and some secondary sales. But Object.com specializes, I think, on secondary sales, where FX Hash is primary. Let's go right there. FX Hash Explorer. Okay, I actually started at Marketplace. I look at the sales for the highest volume for last 24 hours. And as we talk, this collection, Studio Yorktown, is trending. 23,000 tests for the last 24 hours. It dropped 2 days ago. This collection is continuing to trend. It was minted, I believe, several days ago. Okay, maybe a week ago, but it is, I guess, picking up, or it's not picking up. It's still trending. I think it peaked maybe several days ago, but now we still have some echoes from collectors that discovering it and going back in. This is kind of like a dynamic. My personal observation is where when the collection first drops, it usually spikes on the same day, first 24 hours. Then it kind of dips for the next day or two, cools down, and then it has a little mini spike, and then cools down. We see here this collection is a second, I would think, spike. Same thing for this, not Net Sarkisian, similar situation. It's an echoing from the last week. There's it rising. I don't know what is this. What kind of project is this? So this is number 5. Let's just check. Okay, it's May 9th. All right, so this is a older collection. The reason I'm skipping older collections is because it's not material for myself as a speculator. I sometimes get into older collections, but it's kind of like light riskier from my view. Everyone is different. It's just you really don't know if this collection is going to be trending, hard to predict, and when it's going to be happening. So you stop with capital. That's what I mean. Okay, and my favorite place is Explore. That's where most of the collections you can see that have been dropped recently, and you can see how well they are performing. So 12 of 60 has been minted. Same thing, 5 of 220 has been minted. This is, let's say, 0 has been minted. From all of these collections for the last, I would say, 2 hours, there are some interesting ones that I've seen. For instance, those paper clips. Paper clips are interesting because, first of all, they're free to mint. Like, it's a no risk action, and I find that it's a verified artist. He has been practicing, which is good. His project is not very different. He's experimenting in 3D. Yeah, and there were some paper clips. He dropped only 5 of 5, and those are 250. Let's see if those were how much this was. Those were sold for 5 TES. Just gonna close this tab and reopen this one, the free one. Yeah. And what is it? Let's take a look. So those are the paper clips. You can use your mouse to, kind of like rotate it, zoom in, or zoom out. They're dropping by themselves. It's kind of pretty. So I find it's free generative art piece. Go figure. Other cool piece that we didn't talk about yesterday, but it dropped later. So not everyone is set on to schedule a drop. A lot of artists just come in and, put in their projects at random times and without a schedule, and they just announce it on Twitter. And that was one of those cases. Funny Sandwich. The reason I enjoyed this piece, it has already been minted, by the way, but it is interactive. I'm just hovering over, and that's what it's doing. Those pieces were minted at 88 pennies. I don't know. Right now, Tezos is $1, and 88 is what? 88 cents, probably. I'm just gonna sort them out by lowest price. So they're selling. I mean, at $3. I just want to click on one more. All right. All right. Not bad work by Funny Sandwich. Temporary restricted. Okay. What is this link? Work is great, but socials are not great. Funny sandwich. What is this Instagram? I don't know why his Twitter account is restricted, but his work is pretty cool, to my personal opinion. As a speculation, it's not obvious if okay, if it's gonna moon. Obviously, this artist has not reached any status. He's just starting exploring. He seems to be dropping projects of a fairly good quality. Like, I've seen artists doing like a lot worse in terms of quality of the of work they're putting up, and this is pretty good. Let's take a look at some other pieces of Funny Sandwich, just so you can get a sense of what is he doing. Alright, so this is his other project, Trace Deep. It was published about a month ago, no, a month and a half ago in December. Also was sold less than one Tez. I'm gonna just open it up. And mouse has this, and it's an exit sign, I believe. You kind of need to experience it on yourself in order to have a better sense. And this is his first project, Trace, minted in November. So she said, I kept scrolling through the chat history just trying to find out why. So it is about scrolling through the chat. Oh my god, look how well executed that is. Let's take a look at this one. So it just keeps scrolling by itself. Okay, it is sort of interactive. Okay, I move over, it just goes horizontal. If I click, it speeds up. But what a great piece. Big fan of this guy. Alright, I'm gonna close it down. Wow, dark modes. Man, I think this is great. I mean, what a beautiful work. This guy's talented. Okay, going back, he dropped this project at, again, less than one Tez. There are some sales for 3 and 4. I mean, the problem is he just dropped it unannounced. But what a beauty, man. Funny Sandwich. So pay-per-click and funny room cards and Funny Sandwich are great. That dropped yesterday. Other thing that we looked at yesterday was this Radar Boy 3000 project. It was scheduled, however it didn't seem to sell out because it was highly priced. Radar Boy, he has other projects. For instance, this one, a previous one that he dropped like 6 months ago is still not fully sold out at 10 Tezos. And he has tried to sell out at a higher supply, twice the price. That's why it's not going as as fast. But the project is pretty cool. I like how it's made. So the work is different. The work is better than the previous project. It's just for speculators, I believe, or for collectors. It's just not quite hit the point of a price, I guess, market history. I would call it that way. So those are the cool mints of yesterday. This was free to mint yesterday. I did mint it for free. Yeah, some projects just free to mint, no risk, and you get a beautiful piece. Okay, it's been 20 minutes we've been together. Let's move on to the projects that are going to be dropping for the next, I would say, 24 hours, and have a guesstimate. Are they a good candidate for? Let's dive right in. I usually go to the same Explore tab, but I hit Incoming. Okay. From these projects, what I'm seeing, this one's like, I already looked at it. This one is interesting. It's going to be dropping in 3 minutes at 7 Tez. Data. It is a collective of French artists who created the artistic movement that bears its name. No verified Twitter, no Twitter, period. Let's find out about this. Who are these people, man? Is it really them? Okay, do they, but that close, alright, do they have any socials? I don't know. So now the biggest question, if this data, if this is the real people, an exploration of surreal and generative art. Okay, let's Google this. The dwarf on a unicorn. Data. Looks like a new project. Honestly, I like the collage. For 7 Tez. Oh wow, rarity grid. Okay, so there's a rarity grid on the data.net. That is the real thing, I think. So this is a new movement. Okay, this is a movement, and they're having a first drop in like 20 minutes at 7 TES. Okay, I think it's a good candidate for speculation. Buy it and resell it in, I don't know, a couple of days or within 24 hours. It's just they're not on Twitter, and it's hard to catch a hype if you're not on Twitter. Or I'm sorry, not catch. It's hard to launch a hype if you're on Twitter. I don't know who knows about this drop. I don't know. People who fix cash. All right, let's move on. Project. Dropping in 35 minutes. It's a collab between those two artists at 24 TES. I think it's a little, I'm sorry, here we go. I think it's a little too expensive for 24 TES. I don't know. Okay, let's take a look at who are these artists. All right, pixel art. Okay, let's pick a project of similar supply, and let's see where's the floor. All right, 2.62, and they're trying to sell this one at 24. Okay, well, it's a collab. Let's take a look about this artist. It's the second one from the collab. Okay, he's minted this piece, also animated. I like that it's animated. Let's take a look at later what is the animation on it, but first let's see. Okay, it was minted originally at 6, and let's take a look at where is the floor. All right, the floor for this one is at 16, and again they're trying to sell this one for 24. I don't know, it's a little bit over. So this is the animation. I feel like it's a little over. It's not obvious. I'm not sure if it's going to sell out. I think it may stuck because the price, there's just no margin for profit. Unless you are a collector, you're a fan of these guys, and you just wanted to have a piece because you like it. It's a valid reason as well. All right, I'm going to be closing it down and moving on. All right, opening in 31 minutes. This is I don't know, at 1.4 TES, I don't know. This one, however, Michael Perusset, or Michel Perusset, should I say. Okay, starting at 112, and it's going to be an auction that is going to drop every 5 minutes all the way it reaches 36 TES, if nobody's continuing to buy those pieces. It's kind of like a mechanism to make sure, I guess, that collection sells out, and also it allows the artist not to make a mistake with the price that is either too high or too low. So if it's too high, it's just going to continue dropping all the way until it reaches the price that is supported by the market. It starts selling out, and the lowest price, I guess, it's just to make sure that it sells out. I guess that's the idea. And I actually like this drop, reverse Dutch auctions. Those are my favorite. I think it's a great strategy to have the auction of that sort. All right, so let's take a look at variations. Okay. Now let's take a look at the artist. His Twitter. All right, 2,000 followers. New York City. Feet art made with code. Okay. And here he is promoting his drop live on Friday. Those are some of the examples of what you could potentially get when if you will be minting those pieces. They're all different. I'm gonna be closing it, and this is a number 3 of the drop. I actually went in earlier and looked at this project, and I kind of like it. It's a theater goers. So those are spectators, I guess. I'm clicking on variations because those are the ones that people already minted. So those are people. Are they? Whoa, this one has a heart. Are they, do they animate? No, it's just an image. Huh, that's neat. One has a heart. Just one. Is anyone has a heart here? I don't see it. This one doesn't have a heart. And it looks dead. Alright, I think it's a cool project. Theater goers. Simple black and white blobs. Delicate line to create delicate stories of audience at their local theater. There you go. Alright, so this Michel Perlousset, maybe he's American, man. I'm sorry, let's take a look at him. Where's he from again? New York City. He's probably American. So it's Michael Perlouse, not Michel. His drop is quite okay. I'm sorry, let's take a look at the market. Like, where is somebody bought, so those are sales for 100. Okay, this one's for 200, for 140 listed. Okay, listed, offered 200, listed at 129, offered 76. Okay, let's assume this is around 150. Okay, and he is announcing this drop at 112. I think this is a pretty good speculation opportunity as well. If it doesn't, okay, 112 is quite steep, but 88, I think it's not bad. This is my conclusion on this one. Let's move on to what else do we have dropping. Okay, Grenier at Fortes. Let's see what kind of variations we're getting. All right, not bad. All right, and the price is gonna be dropping from 4 to 2 every 5 minutes. And the artist, visual artist working with algorithms, creative coder. Oh yeah, I saw him dropping these projects. It doesn't have a Twitter, which always kind of a red flag for me, because the most of community of crypto artists and crypto art collectors is on Twitter. So he's not participating in those social activities, which kind of, to me, it just lowers the chances of him becoming an influential artist and having a community that is following and chasing his art pieces. So my conclusion probably would be no for this piece. What is this? At half a tez, I'll just assume that those are going to be the dice rolls. Trying to code. It's a girl. All right, she's practicing. There's some available to mint for half. And this one is going to be dropping for half it as well. She's not sold out. And new project is just shows the persistence, but I don't think it's an opportunity for speculation. Closing it, and let's take a look at some projects for tomorrow. Wow, we're already like 36 minutes of streaming. It's the longest stream I've had, to be honest, and it's Friday. That's a treat. All right, so this one, Coke. I looked at this guy before, prior to the stream, and I kind of like it, honestly. I think he's making interactive pieces. You see, you can open it and kind of like zoom in or zoom out and kind of like, twist it around. At 1.5 tez, he has a Twitter. All right, looks Japanese. All right, he's promoting his stuff today in Japanese. After 24 hours, he will be burning it. All right, so he's actually burning. Yeah. It's another mechanic where you can, let's say, allow buyers to buy their pieces for a specific period of time. If they didn't fully mint it out the number of editions that you initially set, you can just burn the rest. Kind of like that's what he's talking about on his Twitter. Let's take a look at other pieces that he has. This one is also cool. It's also interactive. Like you can see through it. I enjoy interactive pieces. Okay, I'm gonna close it. It was minted in 2023, and yeah, their floor is what 2.5 tez at initial 1.5 sale, and this project is 1.5. It's not bad. I actually like this piece. 64. Supply of 64. Minted at 1, and now the floor is at 2.7. Let's take a look at one of them. It's interactive as well. You can just kind of like see, zoom in or zoom out. The reason why I showed those computer art pieces is where you can kind of go in and, like, you know, almost touch it, almost like you can spin it around, get it to the point where you can actually kind of like, you know, observe it, all the details of it nicely, and you can't, it's almost like it's real, almost. Not as close as just you know, an image. I think. Is he an established artist? No. He's a beginner. Is it a great speculation opportunity? I don't think it's great speculation opportunity. Maybe it's quite risky, I would say. But at the I don't know. At 1.5, this one, yeah, maybe. Let's move on. All right, this one, Hexen Fan at 66, starting. Changes every 5 minutes all the way to 20. So this is an established artist, I believe. Wow, royalties are 20%. And they all go to the artist. When royalties are usually high as 15, sometimes it's a split, but here he put 20 and all for himself. I think it's a little high, man, a little high. Let's take a look at who is this person. All right, Taipei, Taiwan. 500 followers. Here he's promoting his project. And this is the project. That's exactly what you're getting. It's pretty good, but a little expensive. Let's take a look at the market, where he stands. Okay, this is also, I don't know what's 365 supply. I'm gonna close this, and this one hit 300. Okay, similar supply. And where is it? Okay, it was minted at 1 originally. Let's see where the floor is. Okay, it's 45, the floor. Let's take a look at it, actually. Can we open it? All right, let's close it. So the floor is at 45, and that's why he put it at 66. All the way down to 20. So he's trying to kind of like have a sense of the market. If you mint it at 20, maybe you can resell it. Not obvious, but could be done, I would say. Could be done. Okay, this Ed Strauss. Monochrome. This is, okay, starting at 100 and going all the way to 20. All right, let's take a look at the artist. Who is this? This is his second project, Andrew Strauss, artist, Australia, 4,000 followers. Alright, so this guy's definitely an artist with some followers, and this is his second project. Let's see at the market of his first one. Supply of 100, and where is the floor? 120. Were there any sales? Offers 150, 125. NFT biker for 125. But I know this guy. Not personally, sorry. Just know a collector. He's an artist as well. Alright, let's see the floor is at 125. But it's the same thing but monochrome at 100. And supplies 100. And alright, I would buy it at 50 and try to liquidate it at 100 if that's possible. If it doesn't sell out before that. At 70, okay, maybe one piece. But you may get stuck with it. And it's monochrome. I find that the color version of the same thing was a little prettier. Alright, let's move on, shall we? Alright, this project is like, I looked at it earlier. That's Fortes. Dave Mackey. He's experimenting crypto wonder. This is nothing. Alright. We have those two, the last two. A great Zerd. Alright. It's gonna mint in one day. So Antonio Rizzo, first let's see who that is. Art is the poetry of a visual world. It paints a picture with 1,000 words in generative art, quite literally. Alright, he has a Twitter. Dortmund, is it Germany? I think it's 22 years old, creative coder. Austria. So it's a young artist announcing on Twitter his drop. Price 2 TES. And that's his first piece. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's a good speculative opportunity. At 2 TES, a young artist telling everyone that he is an artist. You know, a lot of people just not sure of just this kind of distinguishing themselves as an artist. They think they're an artist, but they're not sure. But if someone is sure that they're artists, they're saying that they're artists, they're an artist. You gotta have balls to do that. His first project, let's open it. It has animation. I love animation in art, man. Let's run again. And again. Let's take a look at some other variations. Let's see, black one. Again. Good stuff. All right, one last for today. Web. This guy has been practicing. I've seen his pieces in the past. I think this one sold out pretty fast, I believe. And his floor, okay, let's say it's 10 TES. And he is dropping something new, actually. You see This was all kind of like graphical. This one has animation, by the way. Let's take a look what kind of animation he has done here. All right. What about this one? What kind of animation here? Okay. And this project is kind of like a sculpture in 3D. You can move it around, zoom in, zoom out. Okay. At 128 supply, I think it's a little over. I think it's a little overpriced. I don't think it's gonna sell out, unfortunately. That's my verdict. Okay, we almost spent an hour. It's my longest stream so far. Friday. Thank you very much, guys, for joining. I hope you have picked something interesting in this, wasted time. But I will see you. Actually, I don't know. I'm thinking of maybe streaming tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe I will. But if not, I will see you on Monday. I stream at noon Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific, and 5 o'clock GMT, which is a Greenwich time. Thanks, and I will see you soon.